Hello gentlemen, the purpose of this video is to investigate properties of logarithms. We're going to look at some change of base stuff. We're going to look at condensing and expanding and look at the properties involved with these different processes. So let's get started. Let's first talk about change of base formula. And you know, note on your calculators you basically have a log button, which is log base 10, and you have an ln button, but you don't have say a log base 4 button. And so oftentimes we want to be able to change the base. Okay, so if we want to change a base here, so if I have log base a of x, I can change to, this would be converted to log base 10. It's simply log of x over log of a. Okay, I could also do it with ln. I could simply write log base a of x is equal to ln of x over ln of a. You can actually change to any other base using this general formula, but basically we want to do change from some base a that we say 4. We want to go to log base 10 or the ln base, because that way we'll be able to evaluate it on our calculators. All right, so here's a simple example. If I want to calculate log base 3 of 8, I don't know what log base 3 of 8 is. I don't know, I don't have a log base 3 button on my calculator, but I can write that as log base 10 of 8, or log 8 over log of 3. Okay, and I'll get 1.893. I can do the same thing and get the same answer if I change to the natural logarithmic function. I can write this as ln of 8 over ln of 3. And again, I'm going to get the same answer. You guys should verify that. You should do that out on your calculator. Okay? Um, Here's some other properties of logarithms that you should, hopefully, if you haven't, if you're not aware of them now, you will learn them. Make sure you understand them. We have the product property. So if I have log base a of a product, u times v, I can split that up as log base a of u plus log base a of v. Okay? I have a quotient property where the addition is mixed with a is switched with a subtraction sign, and I have the power property. Okay, and so I can write something like, so if I had, just quickly, if I had log, whoops, I can also do the same thing with my ln's here. All right, and let me get my pen. Same properties apply. So if I had, for example, log base 6 of x times y, that's going to be log base 6 of x plus log base 6 of y. If I had ln of 5 over 4, that's going to be the ln of 5 minus the ln of 4. And if I had the ln, let's say, of e squared, that's going to be equal to 2 ln of e, which we know the ln of e is 1, so that's simply going to be 2. So there are a couple quick examples of using these properties. Let's do some more. Find the exact value without using a calculator. So here's an example here where I have a quotient, and so I can rewrite this as log base 5 of 1 minus log base 5 of 125. We know what both of those values are. Okay, log base 5 of 1 is 0. Remember that 5 to the 0 is equal to 1. And log base 5 of 125 is 3. And if, again, if you get confused and you're not sure what the values are, rewrite something like this, right? You know, y equals log base 5 of 1. Well, that means that 5 to the y is equal to 1. And in that situation, we write it in exponential form. Sometimes it's easier to see. Okay? Let's do another one. Again, let's use some of our properties here. So I can rewrite that, get rid of the cube root, I write as a 1/3. Because now I have a power, I can bring it out in front, like that. And I should know what that is here. Okay, again, you know, write this as, you know, if I have log base 6 of 36 equals y, that means 6 to the y is equal to 36. Again, sometimes it's easier to see it that way, and we know that this right here is equal, so y is equal to 2. So then I get, that's where the 2/3 comes from. Okay? Let's, again, let's do a little bit more practice here. If I look at this one here, I have a power. I can bring the powers down. Okay, I can write that as 12 times the ln of e minus 5 times the ln of e. We know what the ln of e is. You guys should all understand the ln of e is 1. And so we'll get 12 minus 5, or simply 7. If I have log base 5 of 75 minus log base 5 of 3, I can use the quotient rule. I can condense that. I can rewrite that as log base 5 of 75 over 3. And that's just simply log base 5 of 25, which should be equal to 2. Again, if you don't see this, rewrite that as log base 5 of 25 is equal to y. That means 5 to the y is equal to 25, and you should see that y is equal to 2. All right, so just sometimes writing an exponential form makes it a lot easier. Let's look at expanding things here. Here I can use the product rule. I got 3 things that are multiplied together, and so I can break them up. I can use the product property here. Log 4 plus log x squared plus log y. Can't do anything here, can't do anything here, but I have a power here which will allow me to bring that down, and that would be my final answer for that one. If I have this, I would start off and note that I have a quotient, so I can go ln of 6 minus what's on the bottom. Now I can rewrite that radical as a power of 1/2, and then I can bring the 1/2 down, and I will get that right there. Okay, let's do one more of these. Here are a couple different ways to do this. I would rewrite that as all to the 1/2 power, and at which point I can bring that 1/2 out in front. Now you have to be a little careful here when you break this up. Now I have a product, but I have to make sure I'm multiplying the whole thing by 1/2. Okay, so I have 1/2 times, now I can split this up. Again, I have another power. I can bring that one down. Okay, and if I wanted to, I could distribute, make that 1, put a 1/2 there. Okay. We can do the go the other way. We can condense things. So if I want to condense that, first thing I would do is bring that 2 inside and make it a power. And now I have a quotient, and I can rewrite that as log 8 over t squared. I can first, again, let's get rid of my coefficients by making them powers and bringing them inside. Then I have, between these 2 terms, I have product, and then I'm going to have a quotient because of that subtraction there. So that's sort of a combination. I have my product, which is multiplication, and then my subtraction becomes a quotient. Put it in the denominator there. Let's do one more. That 2 has to get distributed to every term. Okay. I can also put that power up first. So I'm going to deal with the inside part of this thing first. Again, just like the last problem, I have a product here and a quotient. All right, I got to use product and quotient rule to combine the inside. Okay, so here's the product part of it right there. Okay, that's where I had my x squared plus ln of y. And then because I had minus, I put it in the denominator. Last thing I need to do is bring that 2, make the 2 the power for everything on the inside. And there's my power property. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Here's some practice for you guys. I want you to read the entire section. Here are some examples. I know it looks like there's a lot of problems here, but they go by pretty quick. They're pretty straightforward, some change of base stuff, and then just some of the condensing and expanding in a couple solves in there. Okay? If you have any questions, make sure you're emailing me, gentlemen, and you know, let's make sure that we're staying on top of this stuff. All right, about halfway through, actually a little over halfway through chapter 3, and then we just have a little bit of chapter 4 to do this week. All right, have a good day.